He wants me to say Fnatic.
Do you think so, Winter? Just once, or there's a reason?
First, and the Iron Talon picked up a little bit later, but they can afford for this Night Stalker to be out of action in the first 4 minutes of this game and try and get those levels for the first nighttime.
Yeah, right now, Mushi's doing fine in this mid lane. He's more or less reforming. Already picked up the first 7 out of the 8.
Oh, Sunstrike! Oh no, the glimpse actually went down right as the Sunstrike was going to land. They still get the kill on Burning though, so that is all going to be just fine. Burning seeming to underestimate the power of the Forge Spirits and that minus armor that was ticking into him.
I don't know how they're going to kill Watermelon Man later in the game. I feel like this Tidehunter just looks at them slowly.
Yep. Goes for the mech build, just tanks up and runs at you.
Well, you've got a Chen. So that's going to have a hard time. So a lot of it's going to come down to Super being able to rotate. Ben has 15 CS already in this mid lane. Double levels of Great Cleave. He's been able to zone out Ice really well right now. They're going to
go on Burning with the Sunstrike. It looks like they do have enough nuking power. The Exort Invoker showing its strength as the early global power is able to assist in yet another kill onto Burning. Meanwhile, Ohio is actually going to go hunting. He's actually looking for what FY has been doing in the jungle. Of course, he fed himself away earlier intentionally as he bought out all of his items. Just a quick respawn back to base and back to jungling he's going to go.
Things are going really well right now for Fnatic. Vici is really in no position to invade that ancient anyway.
Yeah, certainly not.
Radiant's top tower is under
really
attack.
do not have the heroes to be able to make that kind of excursion. I would like them to clear it through together, just like Mushi gets all the gold, but I would like a decent experience boost on Ohio. Ice is probably going to be going down here, the Sunstrike combination, and the Chen is going to be able to take him out pretty quickly. And Mushi did use God Strength for that one, so they can actually take this opportunity to take the tier 1 tower. Vici Gaming are losing way more control over this laning phase than I ever expected.
Yeah, and Ohio's about to grab his level 6 on the Tidehunter. Once that happens, the really annoying thing about playing against the Tidehunter, I don't think he should die here. No, it should be fine. The annoying thing about playing against the Tidehunter is this. Into a position where you're ready behind, and you don't really want to fight into a Ravage, because if you fight into a Ravage, you're going to lose like 3 towers to win the fight. But if you just never fight and allow him to take a bunch of towers, you can't really be, you don't really want to be behind when you're getting a hero.
Right. Now, they are trying to shut him out as much as possible. Fairy Fire is going to be popped by Ohio. They're going to turn their attention to the tier 1 tower since they forced the Tidehunter back, but this is FY has been really ineffective. He tried all night time to be able to find some sort of opening, couldn't find anything, and even if he did get a little bit better position, they still have the Chen heal to be able to counter his gank out. Ice is going to go for the kill on the Disruptor, brings him quite low. DJ goes down to the bottom lane though. Super is going to be popped by the Sunstrike. Good pick out by Fnatic. They're actually going to go for a little more. FY, Anchor Smash, a little bit more right-click damage would have actually finished him off, but it wasn't quite enough. Disruptor did end up going down to Ice, but still, Mushi, he's okay with that. He left his support to die and just kept pushing out the lane, farming away, because he's got level 8 Helmet Dominator, Strength Treads, and so much control. And they're actually going to back out 3-man smoke. Are they going to turn back into the jungle? It looks like it. They want to just continue, try and force this one, and see if they can find an opportunity for Tidehunter to be able to use the Ravage for good. But Super is in a good position to be able to get a drain off until the Chen creeps come forward. They have so much control over Super, they're able to just pop him down. FY comes in, but the Chen heal's going to go out, and DJ's actually going to survive for quite some time. Burning is sent back, and DJ gets an opportunity to force another Void before he dies, or maybe not. The body blocks are not allowing FY to be able to connect that Void, so the Chen is able to get out. Now they look towards Ohio, but the mini stun's already been used, so he just TPs himself away. Fnatic cover that fight beautifully, popping the Razor and making sure that they don't give up anything in return.
In some ways, I kind of think that's okay for Vici, because that was the Ravage use, and you didn't lose too much out of that. That could have been a lot worse, but at the same time, picking up a core kill is always going to be okay. Yeah. Especially when you just grab the free mid tower from Mushi. He's already got the Ancient stack. He's going to have... this is starting to get absurd. He's only a 13-minute SNY.
They desperately need this game to go well, but his God Strength is still going out, and Casket was their only real control against him.
So funny. Mushi, that Tidehunter's there. He wanted, he just not participate in farm, but he's gonna show up anyways, and Fnatic bought the Brood Mother.
They do get the dust on him. Ice is getting himself
Dire's
away.
middle
Net
tower is
is
under
not
attack.
quite in range of a glimpse. Unfortunately, that's a level 3 glimpse. So he does get it sent back. Another dust being popped. Ice actually going for the kill. The Ravage is going to be used. They pop everything to be able to get the kill on Ice. Fnatic don't really seem to be shying away from full commitment like that. They know that Vici Gaming can't really fight them anyway, so whatever pickoffs that Fnatic can get, it doesn't matter what abilities they choose to use for it.
Back's gonna farm up another agent. Decent amount of farm. And has so much.
She's gonna run into Burning at the perfect time. He's got God Strength too, as well as the Blink Dagger still up. Burning's most definitely dead. He's gonna run into DJ. Nuke isn't quite enough, but DJ will still pick up that kill.
You want to play fast now. You want to take out this tier 2, and you don't really want to slow down the pace of the game. I think if they had Ravage, they could have gone for potentially the high ground. They have the mech up on the 10 too. Doubt it. They might be a little bit more hesitant. And God Strength hasn't been used already.
So more likely to go from this push to the tier 2 tower push at mid, but surprisingly enough, Vici Gaming are going to try and contest it, perhaps because the Ravage is down, trying to go for some sort of catch, but it's not going to happen. Net then come back with a glimpse.
Middle tower is under attack.
But you just kind of need, don't you need teamfight winning items at this point in time, because you know you're in a little bit of danger of Fnatic going high ground and ending the game?
Oh, Ice wouldn't blind, but what?
Yeah, not the order. We didn't really talk about that. Should have done so.
Fenrir still dead.
Yeah, very, very dead.
Your Vici, I don't even know if you have better game. INVOKER and Sven that are this farm with the Tidehunter backing up for counter initiation is really strong.
Silence, and that is not gonna last long enough. That is only a day duration.
I don't even know what you're supposed to build as Vici. This is such an odd position to be in. You don't really have better mid-game team fights. If you walk individual pickoffs to the Broodmother.
Oh, that's a nice little pickup. They actually stopped the Vlad from being picked up by Chrissy. But that's a whole nother problem. Chrissy is able to have a Vlad for 20-minute marker with Arcane Boots and Mech. So
issues on issues on issues.
Yeah.
The INVOKER now has a fire too.
But that's why I was kind of talking about the BKB, right? If you don't think you can actually win some of these team fights against Fnatic because Tidehunter, etc. is so strong, but you also are in a position where Fnatic may force those kind of game team fights because they have the potential to go high ground soon. Don't you just try and get the best kind of team fight items you can, which is usually BKB, or do you try and build something else?
Yes, it's not a terrible idea, honestly. The Bristleback's gonna go for an SNY. He needs to. What were you laughing about?
Description of my suggestion. That's not a terrible idea.
I'm really trying to.
I can tell you're having a hard time seeing what is the win condition for Vici Gaming.
Because you've got a BKB Sven coming up.
Yeah, they were never supposed to be behind with this kind of lineup.
But our lane's super hard. Yeah. Bushi's just gonna blink backwards. Vici's just being denied at every turn right now. And there's some kind of internal race happening between mid 1 and Bushi to see who can get the most unbelievable farm.
That's why he gets pulled back by the glimpse. That'll be another one-off pick there for Vici Gaming. You do have to give Vici Gaming props though. While we've talked about how the Tidehunters use Ravage for one solo-off pick, it's because they managed to avoid every single team fight that Fnatic and Rear is going to be glimpsed back into the static run. So the big team fight ultimately willing to be used on the pickoffs. Fnatic know the tempo of the game. They know that Vici Gaming are unlikely to contest. And FY is actually going to try here, but Ohio does have the Ravage, and sure enough they use it here. Catch a both the kinetic builds, and then he's not getting away either. Vici Gaming is still trying to fight this out with Ice coming in from the side, but Chen still has the heal. This is looking so bad. Vici Gaming, they avoided team fight after team fight, and they chose one to actually try and fight Fnatic, and not a terrible surprise that be a big loss.
Broodlings are going to try to split up the map, but they don't really care. They're going to go for the high ground now, and finally they walk into the Tidehunter, and as expected, you can't fight that guy. He just waits for the Ravage opportunity when 3 heroes are there. Everybody from Fnatic is so farm.
I'm a bit baffled, to be honest, that Vici Gaming just did that. It's like, oh, you know, Static Storm used on a Witch Doctor. It was the Witch Doctor, it's all fine. Ooh, 2-man stun from Bushi. Excellent initiation. Eliminates Burning. Tries to get FY as well. Hoping to be able to run him down. Be able to get back to base, though. There is no buyback on Burning. but the Broodmother's up in another 10 seconds. It's definitely more than enough time, though, for Fnatic to take a lane of racks. Vici Gaming are unlikely to contest it. If they did 4 versus 5 and lost, that would be straight up the end of the game. So they're just trying to prolong things, but they call it. Vici Gaming, they just seemed stumped from like minute 5 as to what to do. They lost their lane so badly when they never should have, that they couldn't figure out a way to come back into this game. They tried the farming route, but...
Yeah, Fnatic can take... And he was so confident on the bus, and we laughed at him.